Doesn't it seem like capitalism often provides the best ammunition for progressives, their case to reshape it? After publicly decrying income inequality, J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon's 2020 pay, it held steady, $31.5 million. I'm going to bring in BMO Capital Markets Chief Strategist Brian Belski. Brian, we're going to talk markets later, but I got to talk to you about this. Now, J.P. Morgan, it stock did well. The company held up pretty well. But my goodness, I mean, are they sort of blind to the winds that are swirling around? Because I know Jamie Dimon always says the right thing, but when he takes that kind of money, he gives a lot of ammunition to AOC and company.
He really does. Thanks for having me. And you're going to throw me out after mentioning that some guy made $32 million. Where us on Wall Street, we've seen pay go down for 10 straight years. I know, get the violin out, right? But listen, I think people fail to remember that political contributions are basically even on both sides. They got to do an investment tactic called a straddle. And even though you hear a lot of press about this money being pulled on one side, let's give it a couple of years, Charles, and we'll see what happens in 2022. But I think some of this is just one of these symptoms of let's kick a dog while they're down, and I think it'll slowly go away. But you're absolutely spot on. This is only giving additional ammo to that side, that in terms of income distribution and all of that stuff.
Right. Income inequality. But I got to tell you, I'm not as sanguine as you are. In fact, I think there are plans right now to hijack the Federal Reserve. And here's the thing. They're going to say, why don't we point this money-making, this money-printing machine that's always printed at Wall Street and turn it to the have-nots? Even the Fed, if you listen to the Fed real close, they admit that they exacerbate the income inequality thing, right? That they make the wealthiest people out there wealthier, which is fine. I mean, everyone can invest in the stock market. But, I mean, when I listen to the folks who are in the Fed, who are coming into the Federal Reserve, Biden, Yellen, I believe that they might actually do something like that in terms of, hey, let's just print money and give it to Main Street.
Well, a couple things to watch as leading indicators, as we like to call in the business. I mean, remember, I don't think enough has been made in terms of Yellen's not only chairmanship of the Fed for a few years, but she was on the Fed Board of Governors for a long, long time. So her tentacles run deep in the Fed. But I think also, too, Charles, we haven't seen a lot of dissension for several years from voting members of the Fed. Start watching for more of that. I mean, if that's going to start, then we could actually see maybe the semblance of what you're indeed talking about.
Yeah, if Bostic, watch Bostic, because he's more of a hawk, but he believes that the Fed has hurt the lower rungs of the society. If he changes his stance, I agree with you, Brian. We could be on our way. Sorry, we didn't get a chance to get to the market stuff. You've been right. The market's been up. We'll talk to you again real soon.